For this lab activity, um, what you're going to do is you are going to complete the table that you see right here, the table using the simulation. Now, there are certain things that you need to complete before you start the simulation. Now, here instead of vehicle, you have ball 1, ball 2. So you need to complete this before you do the simulation. So for V1 mass, let's go ahead and call that ball 1. The mass is 0.50. So that's what you're going to write down right here. You already know the mass of the first ball. If you take a look at this, you also know the velocity. So you're going to complete that and you're going to put it right here. Now, you don't know the final speed, but you can predict the initial direction. So once you start, once you start the simulation, you need to predict if ball 1 is going to move to the right or to the left. It doesn't have to be right or wrong because what you're doing is a prediction. Okay, so you're going to write down right here. Then um, the initial momentum, you can calculate that because momentum is the mass times the initial velocity. So you can complete this section right here. The final momentum, you cannot do that until you run the simulation. So, and you keep going. Um, Ball number 2, right here, you're going to put the mass. You can put the initial velocity because you already know what it is. You can predict the direction that the ball is going to go, and you can calculate the initial momentum. So you can complete all this before you run the simulation. Okay. Now remember, you are going to repeat the same thing that I just did, and you are going to do it 3 times. So you're going to have 3 trials. So if you ask yourself, why do I need to repeat the same thing 3 times? Well, remember, this is an experiment, and in any experiment, you always need to do multiple trials because that increases the precision of your measurements. So now that you have completed all these parts that you already know, then you're going to go right here and you are going to run that simulation using the instructions that they're giving you right here and also the instructions that you have right here. Okay, so for that simulation, when you copy and paste that link, you are going to use the Explore 1D simulation. So as soon as you get that screen, you're going to look for a part that says more data, and those are the values that you are going to enter. So what I want you to do is watch this video again until you figure out, how to enter all those values, and then give it a try with the simulation. And you probably need to do that a couple of times until you get used on how to use that simulation. So I hope this helps.